What's up guys, Smith here, back again with a new video, and today we're once again gonna take a look at Avantis. I know from all the people in my Discord, in the live stream yesterday and other videos that people are still interested in updates on this coin, so I'll be updating you guys until the coin is dead or doesn't need updates for whatever reason. So let's get straight into it. Make sure to watch this Avantis video until the end, because we're gonna go a bit more in depth. So if you really want to understand what is happening on Avantis right now or what we can expect next, watch until the end. Let's get into where we left off the last time. I think the last time we pointed out this higher time frame range we have. It is still there, but no deviations at either side, so it is a pretty indecisive range until now. Couple videos before that, I pointed out that we broke structure towards the upside and in between this low and this high can expect a higher low and a new higher high. I pointed out that this could be a place where we can do that. That happened, and from there we did the same thing again. Locally we were trading down. Right here we had a small pullback. We broke that towards the upside, indicating once again that this trend also has switched bullish again, and we can expect higher lows in there as well. So right now this can be our pivot point for the higher low and the new higher high, but that isn't confirmed until we're gonna break above this high. We also have a lot of build-up trend liquidity on the highs, which we have been taking some from. So let's zoom in. We know in our bigger swing we expect this low to be left open, and in our local trend we expect this low to be left open. In the Discord, this demand zone was shared. I said after this break, if we're not gonna hold this support level, of course you can make it a bit bigger, but if we're not gonna hold this support level, it is gonna get pretty ugly, because then internally we're once again already getting bearish, and we can expect that we're gonna trade below the low, invalidating our uptrend. That didn't happen. We traded up perfectly from our demand towards a lot of built up liquidity. Now we can see that we have created a big pool of equal highs. And after doing that, we have been rejecting pretty hard. But it can be normal when we make equals. That indicates that we're probably gonna need a bit more liquidity from the lows until we can continue our up move. So a correction like this does not have to be scary. What was a place to put in a higher low to continue trading higher after making those equals, indicating we need some liquidity from the lows? Well, a lot of imbalance can also be liquidity. We had built up liquidity at the lows, and of course we can create our own liquidity at the lows to take out. You can see right here our lows gets continuously swept until we have taken enough and we can trade higher again. Well, we can see we still had this big demand. This is also the place where Avantis started trading up from again. Our local trend was down until proven otherwise. This was our last high that brought us towards low, so if we're gonna break this high, we can expect that internally we're gonna make higher lows and higher highs. Okay, knowing this, maybe Avantis has completed the goal that we had after making those equals. We broke internal structure. So let's see if we can get the rotation towards this high again. Okay, we can see we take out liquidity. We have a really nice pullback in here. So if we're gonna be bullish, we're gonna hold this pullback to trade higher. But we can see that we try to use it, but can trade towards our high, indicating that we probably still have not taken out enough liquidity, or once again have to take out local built-up liquidity. Okay, so this is pretty bearish. This demand becomes a breaker block, and we can use this as resistance. With this change of character, we don't want to lose this low on Avantis, because if we're gonna lose this low, we can probably trade towards all the liquidity we have been building up here, and maybe even lower, because if we look, there's not really any demand that can hold us up anymore. But, let's don't get ahead of ourselves and see if we can still move up right now. We have this local demand we made before the change of character. Last place, where sellers tried to push price lower because that was our expected order flow, but the buyer said no, push price up, and we got a break towards the upside. So that is going to be a strong demand to hold within our uptrend. As we can see, locally we're getting a reaction from this right now. From this up move, we rejected the breaker block though, so we don't want to see price trade below this low or lose this demand zone, because that can indicate we're also gonna close below this low and then trade even lower. We took out pretty much all our extreme liquidity now, so if we want to see some strength on Avantis, we want to hold this block and move higher from here towards all the local built up liquidity, and then towards this high, and from here hopefully that high. And then if we zoom out again, we can hopefully finally put in that higher low and the higher high after we break above this high. I say hopefully because that means our uptrend is still intact, and otherwise we're gonna get bearish. Being bearish isn't bad because we can short in the market, but I know a lot of people that watch these videos are heavily in long spot positions on this coin. So for that, I'm saying hopefully. But keep in mind, we don't know until where we can go, even if we're gonna put in this higher low and higher high, because we can easily reject from this supply and then invalidate our uptrend and started trading lower. We don't know. Right now, on the 2-hour time frame, we are still expecting that higher low for a higher high, so no need to panic yet. And locally, we're gonna have to move up from here, otherwise it's gonna get a bit scary and we can trade below this low, invalidating our local uptrend. And from there we have to see if we're gonna hold this move we have right now. This was a bit more of an in-depth analysis on Avantis, so I hope it was helpful and understandable. If it was, please let me know in the comments. And one more thing before I'm gonna end this video. If you are interested in crypto or updates on coins like Avantis, make sure to join the free Discord community down below. I would love to see you there, and then I will see you in the next one. Ciao!